Ay, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Ay, yeah, Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that.
Going up, a champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty backing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, work the middle, work the middle.
like another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did they splash? Did they drill? Yeah, champion.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Houston Texans. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
First and 10, it's Haskins. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Haskins to throw it. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And He is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A shotgun snap for Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson's throw here taken in by Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Watson looks to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
And 10.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That catch good for only a couple.
At the 13-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control you.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A huge play there for Houston. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up near the 34. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level. The quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, here's Watson. From here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Breida. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He finds his target, Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Haskins going to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Haskins back to the air. He's got his tight end fan. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Haskins. Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
This time Haskins will look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Texans 10, Washington 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he finds a man with a crossing route.
Complete.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
Pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Washington.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run with Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Good. Makes the score Texans 17, Washington 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They go play action with Haskins. Steps away to his left. He's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. This is out quickly to the right, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
To Will Fuller.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down, Washington.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young
in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's Breida. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Time of the play clock almost up. Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Will Fuller, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit. After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Watson. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston.
For the Texans.
This is taken at the 10. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Haskins. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. They'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. Throwing again is Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Watson throws another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st down, Washington.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
31.
A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Quick throw completed by Watson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The 38-yard line.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going deep here for Stills. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
1st and 10.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the red zone now, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson looking for his running back, and he's got it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's left up, taken down, back at the 25. Montez Sweat, and Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breda. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, Haskins. And finds his target, Fuller. Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well.
go counter with Breida. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Haskins, a quick throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Washington on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On On third down, a run from Breida. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory...
Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked up for 27. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Faking the give. Now Watson. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.